So, guys, I know this is Halloween, but I am coming on to share a couple of kits that are really wonderful. That if you're out there, I'm Donna Dewberry, and this is the Donna Dewberry YouTube channel. And if you're out there and you wanted to learn how to paint and just thought, I really don't think I could ever do that, I just want to share with you. I'm going to paint tonight some things to try to excite you right now. I'm just wanted to come on and do a quick learn to paint kits that I have. And Let's Paint OneStroke is a program that is by Folk Art, which is Plaid Enterprises, is the company that I've been with for all these years. And I've been teaching with these beautiful paints that are multi-surface that go onto many different surfaces. I have instructors all around the world that teach one-stroke painting in so many countries and so many languages, and over 6,000 and counting. And they get certified and become instructors and share their painting knowledge with everybody that I have taught. And I have taught them, and they've gone out and taught. Then COVID hit, and we had this amazing ability to be online. And so I'd love to come on and just share what one-stroke painting can do in your life. And I have this beautiful kit that if you are a member of my OneStroke Advantage, you're going to get 20% off this kit. And we just got a bundle of these in, and they are limited because we already have sold a third of what we received. So I just want to show, I have the best kit I've ever created was A to Z. And it's the A to Z painting, beginner painting with 50 lessons for beginners that never thought they could paint. Happy Halloween. All right. So if you're in America, you get it. I don't know how it is in other countries, but this is how it is here. I want to share with you that my website is onestroke.com. And so one-stroke painting is what I teach you is blending, shading, and highlighting in each stroke. And we paint from beautiful flowers, which is I'm known for, from flowers to landscape to Santas and animals and birds and anything that is holiday or anything that just would decorate your house, because I was an interior decorator for many years. Self-made, everything I've done, I created in my home as I was raising my 7 children. And I have to tell you, I have 34 grandbabies now, and they're the joy of my life. So much easier than I just reminisced today. I would have 5 soccer practices during those 5 soccer games, and like 10 soccer practices a week. And I have some in middle school, elementary, middle, and high school. And thank goodness 2 of the girls were on one team and 2 of the boys were on one team. So that's what made it only 5. So that was my life. Will you stand up and let us see the shirt? Yes, yes, there we are. Okay, so let me tell you what I did. I got a really big men's shirt. All right. So I want to wear it with leggings. All right. Can you see the painting? I want to also wash it. See, right now it just got through drying and all, and I want to wash the paint and it softens it. Can you see? So this is a big, big guy's shirt, but then I tie it up in a knot and I wear my black leggings, and I went out around today for Halloween and was just having fun. All right. So now these right up here, where is it? Right. All the stenciling. All right. And the bumblebee. Oops. I always do it backwards. There we go. See the bumblebees? That is my stencil. How fun is that? All right. Can you see it? And these leaves. And then see the bumblebee right in the center here. All right. Now this is a cotton shirt, and most of the people I told to do a blend, so it's really soft then, and it doesn't have this wrinkled look because of the heavy cotton. It also washes better and looks better, lasts longer, like crisp. Okay, but I have fun in my sunflower shirt today. I want to share with you that, yeah, it was sweet. And now it's only a $20 class to do this. And so I'm starting to see sunflowers on our Facebook group where they painted them with me. All right, where can I buy the textile paint? Okay, so what we're using, let me see, where is it? We're using textile medium. Is that backwards? No, there. This is the Folk Art Textile Medium. And I use this with our regular paint, with our multi-surface paint. All right. And so this medium keeps it soft, and I put so much on here, and it's heavy cotton. And if you're on a stretchy a blend, any kind of blend helps you be able to have a softer look. All right. And you just use the textile medium, and I put it in a little cubby. I teach that. You can go right on my YouTube channel and under practice strokes, and it teaches you the whole thing about how to use our regular paint, our regular acrylic paint with this textile medium. And I put it in one of these little pots. All right. And as I load my brush, I dip into this and paint. So everything's there for you. And we sell all on our OneStroke.com. Can you see that? OneStroke.com. We sell all of the product that I share with you, all the paints, the mediums. I have 3 or 4 different kinds of mediums, and everything that you would use from metallics to glitter, all kinds of fun stuff, along with the kits I'm going to show you. So by the kit I'm showing you right now, you can then take any of my patterns for these wood pieces or for these canvases and put it right on the shirt or jeans or a jean jacket. And by the way, I would sell 12 dozen t-shirts at most of the shows at $25.95, and I would buy them for wholesale. I buy them by the dozen, and mostly bigger sizes, just a couple little sizes. And I would go to the shows, and I even won ribbons on t-shirts, but when they came to give me the award, the shirts were all gone. But at these craft fairs, I would sell for $25.95, and I'd pay about $2.80 a shirt because I did 50-50 heavyweight, a nice quality shirt. Okay, just let you know. Now, what I want to show you is I'm going to do an unveiling. Thumbs up, everybody, please. So YouTube knows that you like what I'm sharing with you. And happy Halloween to all of you guys. Now, what I want you to see is I'm going to do an unveiling. And I have some really killer kits, and they're on my website. Now, remember, even if you joined for $10 a month for 1 month, on my channel, on my YouTube channel, you will get 20% off anything you order. You don't have minimums or anything, just for the month that you are a member. So if you're a member for the year, you're always getting 20% off anything you want to try. So I'm going to unveil it here by turning the camera down. Thanks for coming on. What about putting one of those little icons on for your on saying like, as subscription. You know what? I need to get somebody to come do that for me. So I don't have to say all that every time you write. Come on. All right. So, but listen, I know, I like to share with you. I know everything about, I know only what I know. And so I have to depend on other people. Like my assistant gets really upset when she sees I use a piece of paper to do this with, little icon that states join, heart, or thumbs up. Oh, I know. Yes, that's good. So you can go and subscribe and get, so if you, I really need y'all to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell, because it will tell you when I'm making special offers. All right. So, and when you hit subscribe, it's free, and you get 2 new lessons every single week on my site. So I have hundreds. I have 1,300 different lessons and shorts and stuff on my site right now. All right. So then you can go to my Facebook group, and we have special sales twice a week. So to go join as a private site and to go join my Facebook group, you have to answer 2 questions. And most of you YouTube people don't answer them. So we have to make sure you're real. So come join us. We're really close to 40,000. And they're all one strokers. They're people that want to be one strokers or one stroke teachers, or and we go on there and we encourage everybody and help people with what they want to be able to paint, help them know how to price things and more. Okay. So if you need to ask me questions about becoming a teacher or anything that I've been showing you online, this is Donna Dewberry 1 at Hotmail. Okay. I know that's sloppy. All right. And I'm not techie that way, but I know what I know. Okay, this is a Let's Paint with Plaid and OneStroke folk art. Let's Paint with folk art OneStroke, which is me. All right, so this is a handy little box you get in the mail, and I tell you that I like you to keep your paints for your project in your box so that you always know, here's my stuff that I use to do all these projects. All right. This is one of my top selling ones. And each one of these kits that we still have in stock have a hand painted folder by me. And some people have even cut it out and framed it so they save it. But I made it go in here along with, there's 12 lessons. And by buying the kit, you get all full-length lessons, usually an hour to hour and a half long each. And you can go watch them at any time. You don't have to download them. All right. So let me start here. So you get 12 lessons. And what happens is I do these reusable painting guides. You paint on here and wipe it off. All right. Then I want you to see in the hometown kit, we're going to take and we're going to paint a whole wall of painting, like a painting gallery. All right. From churches, from the barn on down the street, I love to just take pictures of front doors. There's wood plates. There's all kinds of wonderful projects in this 12-month class. All right. So I encourage you each month to do one of these. This is January, and you can do that plate. And then what we do is we paint right on here. You practice the stroke, then you paint each stroke. That's the stroke you're going to paint. And it has the paints and the brushes that you need to use. Everything's in the kit but your surface. Oh, I have that kit. Yes. All right. Where do you find your sunflowers that are on your shirt, class? Oh, you know what? If you want that, you have to email me. And we can send you the recording because I just had the class a couple of days ago. So we just send you the patterns, the paint list, and everything that you need to, and the download, and then you can just paint it with me. All right. You can watch it over and over. So it's Donna Dewberry 1 at Hotmail, and say, I want the sunflower class. Husband sends you an invoice, you pay it, and we have it sent right out to you. Okay. So thank you for asking. So every single one of these have numbers too, 1, 2, 3, 4, so you know what to do. All right. Hello, Margaret. Is it Margaret? Yeah. All right. So we're doing a cabbage rose, an open wild rose, rose buds, and fluffy yellow. So we have blue, pink, and yellow roses. And it made a really beautiful plate. Okay. It says, home is my happy place. All right, so let me show you. This is a big barn that we do. That's not a good picture for you to see close, but I show you how to do the backgrounds, how to do the simple little flowers, and then we make the barn. All right, so all this detail. So you have this, it's like having me at home with you, along with watching the video of me and you together. Okay, so this one says, this is for March and is welcome friends. And it has a cute little cottage and the planter and brick and planters, trees, everything, hedges. This one is just a window. I love just taking pictures of windows and doors. And this has a flower box, and this has a bird. And look, there's your bird, and it's a goldfinch, and the branches and the blossoms. Here is just a fun door. All right. So can you see a welcome door sign for your front door? And these beautiful red roses. All right. This one is a church and then sings my song. All right. And this one has how to make the fences and the hydrangeas. This is geranium. And I really love this one because I did curtains. I did a window and pretty curtains with geraniums and these fancy leaves. All right. And a hanging moss basket with iron. All right. A hummingbird and a morning glory. All right. Now, August has Love Begins at Home. And this has poppies, a house, and the different uh, ways to make houses and windows that make it really quick. So this helps you if you want to do a landscape, how to do houses and windows and front doors. And I just like, you could have a whole booth of just windows with a front door or just front doors. And I paint them all the time with my students. And even the small little canvases, they love it because they can go in. So I hang right at my bed. I have 4 of these from Europe, like front doors that are so pretty that I just love creating them. And this is the one with the bike where you've got the window of the bike and it says enjoy the journey. All right, this is one of my favorite. This is bless this house. And so if you have a place at your front door that you can hang a pretty little sign, then you could just switch these out for the season. All right, because this one I made for October, and it has the pumpkins and the flower. Oh, what do you call it? A planter, hanging basket, and then look at that rose. This one is the one I wanted for my home, and I got the wood and I got the pattern, and I am all transferred, and I have not yet painted it, so I need to get on to myself and make myself do it because this says home is where love resides, memories are created, friends always belong, and laughter never ends. That is my favorite verse I came up with that I saw and I loved it. And this is December. And this is looking out the window from your house and seeing the snow and the tree and the evergreens. All right. So that's what the whole theme is. But now I did something in this kit I've never done before. Now, wet wipes are the best thing when you're painting on here. Is you just take wet wipes and wipe it off because this paint is made to stay. It's got a sealer in it, and it won't wipe off easy. I'm telling you. So you got to wipe it. I mean, after it's dry. So make sure it's made to stay. So make sure you wipe it as you go. Okay, you practice a couple strokes, wipe. All right. Now in this kit, I've never done this. I put in a stencil so that you can make different words, so additional words besides the words I have made here in these patterns. All right. So I had different fonts for home and let's stay home, let's home, sweet home. All right. And these are perfect size. I designed these so they fit right on your project size wise. Okay. So love grows here. Home is where our story begins. All right. And laughter, grace. Now, one thing I did in my home is I put bless, together, laugh, love, and I put them on the back of each chair. And I have 9 of us, remember? And so I came out with words that my son said, Mom, how did you get those painted on there so beautiful? And I said, I went online and figured out the words and I traced them on. And then I used my 2 script liner and just filled them in. But they would fight and say, I want to sit in that chair. I want to sit in that chair. So that was fun. I also painted it around the border of the dining room table. So here's the window. There's your exact pattern. I've never done this in one of my kits. So I just want you to see that it's all there for you to trace. There's the window with the bird. All right, here's some more words. All right, so farm, sweet farm, welcome to the farm. I put all these different, life is better on a farm. So there's different farms and barns saying, amazing grace, the singing one, walk in faith, hope, faith. Now this is what I also have. This is how we made a window, the big window for the Christmas on a 16 by 20. This is the uppers, and then you do one of these on the bottom, okay? And this is also, oh, here's the bottom. This is B. All right, there's A, and there's B. And then in that space, I thought I got to put some more words in there for you, right? What is this kit? This is Hometown Kid. Hometown Kid. And you learn how to paint every one of these with an 1.5 to 2 hour lesson. Every one of these are lessons for 1 a month for the whole year. Then there's your actual barn. All right, that's the exact pattern. And then the window, see, remember I said there's A, there's B, and then you put this on top. And I love that window. It makes it beautiful. Okay, so I have never put a pattern in a kit like this. All those sayings already done for you. You don't have to try to look them up. This is an actual stencil we made with the upper and lower case. All right. You get the painted folder. You get the 12 full-length lessons. You get 4 brushes, the scruffy, the 3/4, the 10, and the script liner. And you get a stencil brush for doing that lettering. You're going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 of the folk art paint, which is enough to paint all projects. All right, unless you practice tons. All right, and then you get a bottle of the floating medium. The beauty of this is if you want to use a whole lot of one color over another, then you can just take your bottle and you can come online and order from us or run to your craft store and pick up. And I also have floating medium here. I have floating medium and a large, I don't have one here, 8 ounces of this and 8-ounce white on my website in a bundle. That's a special deal. They're already discounted, but you're going to get another discount if you bundle them. And almost every order since I say this, people order that, okay? So you go to OneStroke.com, and this is just one of my multiple kits. But we have these special shipment in of these kits for me to be promoting to you guys. But like I said, keep this. This protects it and keeps it in here. And then you have all your paints and brushes. And so I'd like you to just put it up on your shelf and say, oh, that's the hometown kit. All right. That's how I find mine. I've got a shelf up there with all kinds of kits. All right. So that's the opening of the Let's Paint with Folk Art OneStroke and Donna Dewberry. I'm your teacher. I'm going to be at home with you. And I have one more kit I'm going to show you right now. Then I thought we're going to hand out some Halloween candy. And then I'm going to come back and paint later in an hour or so, a couple hours. So what I want to show you, oh, there's the paint. This is my best all-time ever sold kit. I know I've sold on the shopping channel and sold like 60,000 kits. All right. So I have done some crazy ones like that were just made for the shopping channel. But what I want to show you on this is that this is, let me see how much. This kit, that kit I showed you a minute ago is $89 before you take a 20% off. So 20% takes a lot off that. That's 9 times 2. Takes about $16 off. And I'm just throwing out numbers. Don't go by me. Now, this is the A to Z. Let me find this. What I want you to know is that all you have to do is put A, Z in the search bar. And here it is. All right. This is, you just put A, Z. And now it's not every single letter. Somebody said, you don't have a U or something. I'm like, okay, it's the A to Z of OneStroke floral painting for beginners. So I tell people there's 50 lessons. So if you did 25 weeks, and just think about this, it's a course. You do 25 weeks. Each week you paint 2 flowers. And let me show you. I'm going to come back and paint them with you. But I want you to know that this is the fuchsia. All right, if you want to do a vine with fuchsia. These are the colors. There's the brushes we're going to use. You get 5 brushes. Oops, I lost my script liner. Okay, there's 5 brushes in here. An angle. I made this scruffy brush myself as natural hairs. And then we have a 12, an angle, a 3/4, and a 2 script liner somewhere. All right. Oh, maybe that's it. There's a 2 script liner. There it is. Okay. So now what happens is you turn this over and you practice the stroke to see if it's looking like mine. And then you do see how the arrow takes you where you're supposed to be. So you put that down first, then you put the stems, then you put the top layer on top of there. And then you make all these little strokes. So you do those strokes first, then do that. or you can put the pink on top afterwards. And there's a bud. And this is a slider leaf, so you're going to practice that. And you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you make it happen. All right, this is, so if you think about this, 50 different flowers. All right, so there's two. I'm not going to go over all 50, but what I do want to share with you is that you get all these paints. So you get 10 full bottles of paint, 1 full bottle of floating medium, your brushes, your 50 lessons. They're tutorials. So I'm using my double loader on them. All right, I'm using this double loader, and I show you how to load your base, your double loader, and then we're painting it together. And so I'm practicing showing you how to load and paint it together. And I'm telling you, you can go from no knowledge to 50 like that. And all it is, I tell people, give yourself an hour a day, make a peaceful time for you. You can make a lot of money selling your art. Absolutely. And we have tons of people on our Facebook group that are doing shows right now. And then you can go see what they're selling well and what works for them and how much fun they're having. And you dampen this, you put it in here. So in between, if I don't use up all this paint, I made this as a storage also. So you save money because you don't waste your paint. I forget and leave my phone played out or leave this not covered. And I come back in here and go, darn, because I wasted so much paint. All right, so you put the colors next to each other and then we load it. And then we put our medium in the middle so it doesn't run everywhere. Oh, this is a brand new bottle. It won't open. Okay, so we're squeezing this medium here because we don't use water. We use medium. And then we have a cap that goes there. We all lose that cap. All right, so I'm going to close that up. But then you come here and practice on here. But look, I took this box, painted it white, and then I painted all those flowers on the front of the box, but the paint company has it. But that's what you can do. That's just a few. That's not all of them. So what I'm sharing with you, this must have been out of another kit. Look, one's yellowed and one's not. All right. But so everything here, after you practice these on the back, then you practice, spend an hour. So do half of your time on this, then you lay wax paper or tracing paper, whatever, on top, and then stroke and paint on top of this with that paper so you can see yourself. Or you can get cardstock. I don't like paper because it's so dry, but I just want you to see there's so many flowers. We got about 4 roses, dogwoods, all kinds of flowers that I like in my garden, and some I wish I could put in my garden in Florida, but not always. Poppies, sunflowers, sweet peas, thistles, dogwood, wisteria, calla lilies, just a multitude for you. Now, this kit is $69, which gives you a really nice quality set of brushes. And you can't buy these. I have people that have bought this kit, multiple ones, just to own these brushes. That's how wonderful these brushes are. But these brushes are not sold separately. All right. So I can't, some people say, I already have paint. I don't want the box. I just want the 50 reusable teaching guides. And that's not how it works. It comes all sealed up in this and from overseas. And then I'm able to put it together like this and give you, not the tray, give you this set with the paints and the teaching guides and online lessons. And you can watch those lessons over and over. You don't have to download them. That's beautiful because you don't have to download. That's one thing on my YouTube channel that I love is as long as whenever you're a member, you can get on and look at all 300 or 400 lessons I've ever given on YouTube. And you can just look at that, play them over and over, feel comfortable. And some people say, I have to take a break. I'm going to be traveling for 2 months or whatever. And then you can come right back on and start again. All right. You can make a lot of money. Yeah, that's right. So what I want you to see, I don't know how much time we have yet. All right. So what I want you to see is that quality brushes, not craft brushes, quality paint, not just plain watery acrylic. Our paint's thick and creamy, as you saw. You are going to get a wood storage box that you can paint and just use for brushes only if you want to. And what I did is I meant to paint on top of this and never had. I went to Office Supply Store and I got these plastic sleeves and I put them here so I can fan through them really quick and find what I want. Okay, hydrangeas and roses and lilies and calla lilies and morning glories. All right, so that really helps you. And who knows, someday we might do the other 50 because we already planned another 50 for someday. All right, so this is something that I think will change your life. If you wanted to have something stress-free, if you want to learn how to paint something you never thought you could paint, if you want to make some discretionary income, I want you to know there's things. Well, a lot of people tell me that they don't have discretionary income where they can just spend what they want. But I'm telling you, for my kids, for my grandkids, for anybody who has artistic ability and you know it, I think the most important thing I did for my second son is he was so artistic that whatever the teacher said he needed, even though we didn't have a ton of money, I would buy every pencil, every marker, every different thing that she would say to go do. I would go get that no matter what. I'd give it for birthdays or different occasions, or if you work really hard, I'll go get this for you. And that's how he went to college, and he has amazing abilities because of that. All right. So I want you to know we practice on the guides and we come here and we take and we just do simple movements that will make it possible for you to do a leaf. Now I'm going to pick up these two colors. I split the brush here. I don't split it here. That's the part you don't see sometimes. I dip into white. I put a little bit of white on the edge. And then I want you to see that I can move this brush right over here. And I do like a seashell. And then I stand up, stand up, stand up. And then I pull my brush right in here. So I'm telling you, I can teach you to do something you never thought you would be able to do. Right, guys? All right. So I want to show you next that I can put some different colors. So I double loaded first. Then now I'm multi-loading, okay? So now what I want you to see is I'm going to show you how I make my leaf. I'm making a Y. See the Y? Boom, boom. All right, so right here and right here, this is just one example of how I teach, okay? I'm going to come right here and go 1, 2, 3, stay down, scrub up and down, and do and stop at that second line. And that should be like a seashell. It's also my pansy petal. It's also my rose petal. But right here is the shell. See the scallop shell? All right. So when I stop wiggling here, then my eyes are on the outside of the sleeve and I stand up, and slide. All right. So here's the shell. Are you following me? Then we stand up, stand up, stand up. I ran out of paint because I needed to go into some floating medium, and I did. All right, so stand up, and then I slide to the tip. We can make this tip match. Then I'm going to come right back here, go right in there. All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, Rose. Thanks for coming on. Viola. Hello, hello. Lorianne. All right, so you can't see this well because it's on black, so I tell you to remember that. Also, let's put a little bit of pink in the leaf. All right, you see how I grab some pink and work that in? All right, let's get some medium, and let's go back and forth. All right, now look, I can come right like this, and then I can come right here and make a stem in the middle. Okay, so let me show you what happens here. This one, we go like an arrow. So I did a Y, and now this one's an arrow. And now after I got through with this, I can put this stem right back on this. And so it looks like I went around that, but I actually put it back on top. So what I'm doing here, let's see, a little bit of green. I'm going to come right here and I wiggle, wiggle, wiggle down to the point. And over here, let's pick up a little bit of white. All right, and so I'm going to slide, slide, and I slide right down there. Okay, now look, I can come right in here and do a single one stroke leaf and pull a stem into it. But one of the things I do is I do large leaves, some medium leaves, and then some little leaves. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. But if I do these little slider leaves, look. All right, I do one in the middle and one on two sides. All right, and then I pull the stem in, and. All right. Thank you, Lorraine. Now, this is what happens. So we're going to practice on each guide. There's leaves on every guide. So it's really, you're going to have a good time learning the leaves, but you learn one with each flower, and then it helps you to be able to do it all later. All right. So I want to show you this as a scruffy brush. All right. And you're going to take in this hometown kit. When I think of hometown, the reason I came up with that kit is when COVID was here, people were stuck in their homes or they were confined a little bit more. But whenever they went out, they saw the church down the street, they saw their neighbors' front doors, they saw things that made them feel like there's a barn. I love that. And the different things that are in a little hometown. And what I thought would be nice, let's put that hometown painting wall in your house. Oh, thank you. But I just see, if you're new and you're just watching me for a few minutes, I want you to understand that the way I'm explaining it is exactly how we explain it in our lesson. Now, I've loaded a dry brush. All those other brushes I wet first, lay it on the paper towel, then load it, then dip it into medium if I need medium. But I'm on paper, so I would. This is just art paper. This is too thin usually. I use that. See this one right here says, I just like the black. This is only 70 pounds. I usually use a smooth 180, 160 pound because then it's frameable. It doesn't wrinkle as it's getting wet. So I just wanted you to know that. All right. So on this, guys, I am keeping the white up. And I'm going to come right here. You got to pounce it. Right. I'm going to put this underneath. All right. So I'm going to pounce it because you can't pounce in air. All right. Now I'm keeping the white up. And this is going to be Wisteria. So now I'm laying it on its edge and I'm tapping to get it. It needs to look like a little tornado, kind of. Not a Texas tornado, but a Florida. All right, like a water spout. All right, so look, now I'm going to come back in here and pounce some of that white. Okay, now let's do another one. We're going to get some white, and I'm on the edge of the white puddle, not in the middle of the puddle, and the edge of the purple. And it kind of blends in the middle. It looks like an egg that you would crack it. When I say half white, half purple, it's not side to side, it's end to end, and it's an oval. So about half of it I pounce white, the other half purple. All right, so then I'm going to come in here and I move it around. All right, and then I'm going to take and lay it on its side and try to get that little skinny tip there. And this one, I might not need to add some extra white. It's probably enough. All right, but sometimes you might need to add more purple. All right, so right here's one more. Now, what's going to happen is I have that small scruffy. So I use a small scruffy for the center of big flowers, or if I'm painting on small stuff. I love doing the same thing on a little small project. All right. And on ornaments or whatever. Now this is the 12 flat, and this is my value pack. This pack of brushes is going to be your go-to brushes. All right. If you just want to try it, you can get 12 paints or a beginner kit that's less money than each one of these. These are about $20, for 10 brushes that I use all the time. So what you can do is when you join, just think about this. More, people all the time say that $10 for the first month gave me, I got $20 to $30 off product by using that coupon for the month. And then I had what I needed to get started. So you're going to get your money back right away on that so that you can have the proper product to work with. Okay. So now I'm taking and I'm picking up, I go here and split the brush, work it in over here. I don't need medium on a 12 because I have lots of paint. All right, look, the best brushes, yes. And you'll notice I use the green handle brushes a lot, even though I have these really pretty signature set that have roses on them and they're lavender. All right, so look, I'm gonna slide right in the middle here. And this is a little slider leaf that's gonna go around my wisteria. All right, I can dip a little bit of white. And I can have brown branches too. That's why I have that brown there. All right. Also, you can have little leaves. Remember I said we need large leaves, medium leaves, and smaller leaves. Okay. So now right here when it's wet, it's nice because it brings the purple. Let's see. There, that one's still wet. All right. And we are going to pull that up. And we're going to have another one right here. And another one right there. Okay, so now what will happen, I'm going to come back and paint a little bit tonight, but I just want you to see this last little bit. What will happen is I can wipe this off. This brush, natural hair, I put it in my basin and I pounce up and down and I rake these on my flat brushes. I use a lot of flat brushes. Now here's the medium and I'm going to get some purple and I'm going to make it a shadow leaf. Oops, it's not going to show on here. Wait a minute, I forgot that. So let's get white in it. Okay, and I want you to see then I can come right in here and make some shadow leaves that give you just a little bit of purple. I tell you to go by and look at the neon colors. I have the prettiest set of neons that I sell. And well, you have to make the set, but I want you to see that they're like this. And they're multi-surface, which means glass, metal, ceramic. Mine told me she could decorate her whole house with your work. I told her to take your classes. Thank you. So this is neon purple, and I like this. And this says black light, but I have it in green, pink. I'm use most the pink, the purple, and the pink. You can get bright pink, and that's a neon or another color like these. These are neon black light, but you'll see them. They're neon. Okay, if you look at that. Now watch what happens with that. I can go straight with there without medium because it's like a gel. All right, it's not the same consistency of the regular acrylic, and you don't have to have a sealer after you get through with our paint because the paint's got a varnish sealer in it, and you're going to love that part. All right, and so as you're practicing, I want you to see that you can pick up a jar and just paint it with the same paint. All right, you can bake it in the oven or not, but this was on here for years. It's kind of beat up, but you can do wine glasses. There's all kinds of, see, that's not showing, so I'm going to put, I don't like double loading neons because they don't double load well. They're best, like if I come over here, watch this. I can come over here, wipe this off, and I can just tap it in here and change that whole color, and this will just come alive when it dries. And people will say, what color was that? I've even done that. I said, what blue was that? I tried to find the blue forever on a bird I use, and it was a neon blue. Okay, so after you made like water and a pond, or make beautiful snapdragons or something with pink, and then go add pink on it afterwards. So look, you can use this, but I have all the way down. This is a 12, but I have all the way down to a 2 flat, a 6 flat, little brushes, and they make the cutest little leaves. Okay. Now see how that really adds to it. It goes right over some of the bigger leaves, like out here where you can't see it, the dark green very well, so I can add that. So I know you have to trick or treat or go hand out candy. My husband, before it gets dark, I got to get off so he doesn't have to go to the door because he can't walk well. All right, so there you go. You can draw a fine line with a large brush because they have such a great chisel. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. My chisel's perfect. All right, and one last thing, I can't stop. I'm going to come here. I get the sizing out of my brush first thing right out of the box, the package. All right, I need the light green. Sorry. All right, now look what happens. Ah, that's shaky, like Halloween shaky. All right, so look. And even if you do all those leaves and no fancy big leaves, this is going to come out fun for you. All right. You like it? Let me know. Go check out my website. That's what I'm trying to get you to do. And I can tell if y'all go look at it. So check it out, please. Thank you for the thumbs up. Donna Dewberry 1 at Hotmail. No, that's my email. OneStroke.com. That easy. That's my technique. OneStroke.com. Love to see you there. Come join. I'll be looking to see if you come join our Facebook group. Love you guys. See you soon.